Now we're going to talk about the importance of writing well for your blog. And this can be the difference between you being on page 1 versus page nothing, where nobody can ever find you. So one of the things that is a great benefit for having great writing is that you become a really good communicator. Once you are being able to be a great communicator, it helps you not only increase the retention on your blog article, but it also increases the number of website visits, which increases the number of sessions, which means you increase the amount of money that you are making to your website or on your blog. It also helps you increase sales for your product. One of the things I learned about writing over the years is it helps me use my words well. Now when I have a conversation with people, I'm very particular about the type of words I use. That way I am not over complicating my conversation with somebody, or I'm not using a word in an incorrect way or being misleading. It just helps me to have more concise conversations with people. And now I can kind of hear when people use a lot of filler words just to kind of keep talking. But I mean, I don't know if that's a pro or con of writing or becoming a better writer, but yeah, the conversation that you hear from people, it could either go good or bad way in your mind. Another thing that I love, and I like to stress the importance of being better at blog writing, is that it allows you to connect on a more one-on-one basis with your reader. A lot of times when you have a blog that is not too corporate, it allows you to allow the reader to feel like they know you personally. And not only that, you can get creative with how you talk to somebody, and you don't have to feel so stuffy with your writing. You don't have to feel like you're writing a scientific paper in school or a research project. It allows you to be yourself, put some personality into your writing, but also be informative at the same time, which is among everything that we're talking about. You want to always be informative, giving the right information, but also helping the person have a pleasurable experience on your blog. And I could go down that experience rabbit hole. I'm going to go down it. When someone comes to your website, please allow them to enjoy the experience of your blog. Allow them to feel like they've landed into Target. If you know Target, they're all about customer service. Or down here in the South, we have Publix, or even Walt Disney World. When you step into the gates of Walt Disney World, or if you step into the doors of Publix or Target, everyone's there to help you to have a pleasurable experience. So when someone's coming on your blog, the first thing they're doing is reading it. And you want them to enjoy it from the top to the bottom. So you want your words to really help tell a story. And you also want the imagery to support the words that you're saying. Another benefit of writing well is that it helps you to stand out from your competition. Now we know with everybody using AI writing assistant tools, some people are not going to go the extra mile to make theirs more personalized for the reader. You won't be that way. I know you won't. And because of that, you will be able to stand out from the crowd. Writing well is one of the most important things that makes one food blogger over here stand out from this food blogger over here. Everybody is sharing the same recipe, but who tells the story and shares the recipe the best? That has to be left up to the reader to decide, but you have to at least give some kind of effort, and that's how it'll help you stand out from your competition. One of the things I have to mention on the importance of writing well is that people will judge you. Unfortunately, some people, if you have one grammatical mistake or error, or if you misspell a word on accident, people will judge you. Now, I don't want you to have the pressure like, oh my God, my blog post has to be perfect, because my blog posts aren't perfect. Sometimes it's years later where I'm editing a blog post and I'm like, oh my God, I was using that word in the incorrect way for years. And I get embarrassed. I get over it. I update it. Boom. That's the thing about a blog. You can update it. It's not a book where it's kind of more permanent, or a YouTube video. But I just update it and I move on. But unfortunately, people will judge you. And okay, they don't like your blog because you made a mistake. Oh well, we're human. We all make mistakes, but just keep that in mind. Something you should also know is that writing well, it increases your credibility and improves your authority. Now, we're all about building your brand, building your authority, dominating your niche here at Bramework. And what practicing and getting really good at writing does is that it just helps people to come to you and they feel like you're a trustworthy person. They come on your website, and your sentences are easy to read. They're easy to understand. You don't have to write a big thesis paper or anything on your blog. You just have to make the reader feel like they understood what you were saying. It was not overly complicated, and it wasn't dumbed down. It was a great reading level, and most people recommend that standard online publications, websites, blogs, right at a 5th grade reading level, because most people are at that reading level, and it kind of helps you cover a wide range of people. And that way you're not leaving people out who are coming to read your blog. Another thing that I like about getting good at writing is that it increases your confidence. Yeah, the first few articles are not probably going to be your best, and you may be an English major or someone who's really good at English, but the blog just doesn't come across because it might be too stuffy, or maybe you're someone who struggled with English and you're having a hard time with your blog. That's what you have us here for. We're here in the community and we can help you. And the more you do it, the more your confidence gets better. So I just want you to just understand like what writing well can do for you in the future. But at the end of the day, we're here to help you. There are tools online to help you get better with your writing, such as Grammarly, to just tweak some things here. But at the end of the day, have a conversation with the people online and you'll do well. Now, this is the final benefit that I learned from writing well that surprised me. Now, we talked about earlier in the lesson how I had a moment where I became really nervous about public speaking or just speaking in large groups or small groups in general. But as I became more confident in my writing on my websites, I felt like I have become a better speaker. Not that I'm out here trying to be Tony Robbins or anybody out here on the stage, but I can have an effective conversation with people in person, in the grocery line, just from writing. I know how to put sentences together. They're not complicated sentences, but I just feel like it made me more confident, and it may also help you become more confident with speaking to others if you're having that struggle right now. But if you do get better with speaking and presenting to people in the future from writing on your blog, please let me know, because it really has changed my life, and I really hope that it changes your life. Now we're about to head over to the next lesson where we're going to talk about how to write better. We all want to write better, but I'm going to give you some simple little tips and hacks to help you write better for your blog.